Welcome back to another season of Hindsight 2020. I'm Bob Dennis.
And I'm Mary Beth Brush. We at Hindsight 2020 realize the tragic events of September 11th have put a somber atmosphere on ASU's campus.
However, we also realize that it is time to start the healing process. And Hindsight 2020 is aimed to do just that by providing humorous stories and even funny interviews. So Mary Beth, what's in store for the first episode of Hindsight 2020?
Well, Bob, on today's show, you'll see everything from the Bob Marley Festival to a hindsight look at our nation's leading stories. And even you, Bob, will get personal with some freshmen at Manzi.
But first, let's look at how one company decided to profit from the terrorist attacks. Starbucks decided to charge rescue workers in New York City $160 for a case of water. Later, Starbucks did reimburse the rescue workers, but not after there was a public outcry. We at Hindsight 2020 would like to say shame on Starbucks for trying to profit off this tragic event.
Back to ASU News, our very own Gabe Camerano tried to do a story. Well, not really. Well, he did, but let's just see how Gabe did.
Hi, do you have time to answer a couple questions?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be on camera. Let's get her to answer a couple questions.
No, I really don't want to be on camera.
You want to answer a couple quick questions? It's just a couple quick questions. Putting together a news package requires a lot of selective planning and creativity. Since everything is seen through the camera's eye, the camera must be set up without any obstructions getting in the way. The hardest part is getting people to be on camera. We at Hindsight 2020 were out to find out what's the big deal with cameras and why people are so camera shy.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fine.
Who are you talking to?
My best friend.
Your best friend? Hi, how are you doing? You want to be on camera?
For what?
We're just trying to get people's reactions. Like, what do you think about that?
I don't know. I'm going to eat lunch.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Why are you guys following me?
Can we interview you, girls? Please, it'll be really, really quick.
All right, do you have time to answer a couple quick questions?
Actually, no, I gotta keep class.
I can keep up with you, man.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Here we go. All right, do you have time to answer a couple quick questions? It's okay. It's just going to be seen around school.
I don't want to answer. We're
Why are you afraid of cameras? That's all we need to know. One question, that's all we need.
Okay, what's the question?
Thanks, Gabe. I guess you found out how to make a story.
Yeah, by scaring away ASU students. Speaking of scaring away ASU students, I took a long journey over to Manzanita Hall to welcome the freshmen with some scary facts. Being a freshman here at Arizona State and living here at Manzanita Hall can be a tough experience. Sex, lies, drugs, alcohol, and bad food can all be part of freshmen flunk out after their first semester. Did you know 5 out of every 8 freshmen here at Arizona State University have sex before their first semester ends?
I'm almost positive.
Are you part of this statistic? Do you have sexual...
I don't, and well, look at me, I'm a piece of trash. That's why I'm not part of the statistic.
You do look like a piece of trash, that's right. Are you a freshman here?
No.
Good. Being a freshman here at Manzanita Hall, do you feel that the 1 out of every 2 students that has sexual relations after their first semester will flunk out after their first semester?
No. That's ridiculous.
Did you know 5 out of every 8 that do have sex before their first semester end up flunking out after their second semester?
Doesn't surprise me either.
Are you part of the statistic that has sexual relations?
Yes.
You know what? That surprises me, sir. Why don't you get out of here? You liar. That 4 out of every 7 freshmen have sexual relations before their first semester.
I don't know.
You don't know? Are you part of the statistic?
No, I'm not.
Being part of the statistic, do you know that 4 out of every 7 flunk out after their first semester?
No, I did not know that.
That 1 out of every 8 freshmen here at Manzanita Hall will have sexual relations before their first semester ends. Don't dodge the question. Get here in front of the camera. Well, when you get home and your parents are disappointed that you flunked out, that you have promiscuous sex, and you drink alcohol, what are they going to say then?
They'll be pretty upset, but I don't think that's going to happen to me, so.
Okay, well, good. In Manzanita.
We don't live in Manzanita.
You don't live in Manzanita?
No.
Well, then living in Manzanita, after you've had sex, you know that 1 out of every 8 of you will flunk out after your first semester. Does that surprise you? Come here,
not really.
make an Oreo cookie out of Bob with the girls here. Little threesome action.
Other people, you know, have done a lot of things before in my life, so I've already found a balance between it all.
Okay. You know what? I'm thinking about becoming a statistic with you right now, but that's another story. Thanks a lot. You're great.
Bob, how did that Oreo sandwich go?
Well, Mary Beth, it turns out no one at this university likes Oreos as much as I do.
Well, maybe we can discuss that Oreo sandwich in another show.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Nothing gets to you, staying fresh, staying cool. With Mentos fresh and full of life. Fresh goes better, Mentos fresh and fresh goes better with Mentos fresh and full of life.
Mentos, the fresh maker.
Sorry, that was me. I'm sorry.
Arizona State University, home of buildings, students, and a mountain. There's a football team, and even a school mascot.
I think it's Bruce Snyder. No, I think it's the Wildcat. Wait, the Sun Devils?
There are churches, wheelchair ramps, and even corporate coffee stands. There's every reason why a student should walk its malls and use its vending machines. So, leave your lame state and come to the sun, the Valley of the Sun, and Arizona State University, where courses are taken and graduation is offered.
Oh, Andrew, with school life and other obstacles, the ASU student may become overworked. Hindsight reporters Megan McMahon and Tony the Ace Villagomez found a place where love and peace shine from everyone.
Bob Marley Fest 2001 rolled through the valley once again. At this year's fest, a common theme seems to develop. Well, enough mumbo-jumbo from me. Let's let the true Marley fans tell you what it's about. And I know what you're thinking, but it's not about that.
Everybody can stomp their feet and clap their hands because it's got that kind of rhythm to it, you know. You don't have to understand the words to feel the beat, you know. It comes from the heart. The goodness comes from the heart. So, you know, it's all good.
Well, Bob Marley absolutely brought us home to a very big... Bob Marley, how can you say it?
Peace, love, and unity.
Santana, he loved Carlos, we love Bob. We love you, we love you. It's simple stuff.
I love you.
Hey, back up. I love her.
Basically means love, unity, a lot of people coming together under Rastafari, which is a movement of the reggae music.
The Jamaican Jam is full of love, peace, and most important, good music. The reggae fans just love to get their groove on, Rastafari style. Rah! Along with dancing, the tie-dye lover can pick up some new threads, and the patchouli-wearing hippie can get some new cologne, and they always can get some more decor for the apartment. But let's not forget what the festival is all about. That's right, love. Just ask Hindsight reporter Megan McMahon how easy it is to find love at the Bob Marley Festival.
What's your name?
Megan.
Megan, I love that name.
Thanks.
Can I get your number?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm working. I'm on the job. I'm on the job.
Do you really love the job?
I love the job.
Do you? You're excellent. Be careful. And this guy's a good...
He's an awesome cameraman.
He's awesome, too. He's from Channel 3?
Yeah, he is.
You are? Are you the one guy?
No, I'm not.
All right, well, you should be. Anyway, I still can't get your number.
No.
You're a little taller
Maybe later.
than me.
Yeah, just a little bit tall.
Hey, no way. You give me the number later? No, you got a boyfriend.
I do have a boyfriend, but I really appreciate you. Love him? I love him.
How long you been around?
I want to thank you for answering our questions and stuff.
You know I'm not going to be on TV.
But you
remember the Grateful Dead? Thank you.
Thanks.
I'm from the Bay Area.
Oh.
I'm from Berkeley.
Oh, that's nice. Berkeley's an awesome place.
But you're not from there, are you?
No, I'm from the Midwest.
You're from Kansas?
Illinois, Chicago.
She's tough. She's very tough, and I know you're from Mexico. Cut it out. Orale.
Yeah, man, it's all about the love. Well, Megan, you know what Marley would say. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. Just joking, Megan. Hindsight thanks you for getting into your story. You gotta love the love.
Yes, you do.
Well, Mary Beth, it's been a great time anchoring with you this week.
You too, Bob.
I did want to ask you about your interview, but here comes the music, and it looks like we're out of time, are we?
I guess so, but I just want to ask you one question before we end.
Sure.
How about that Cardinals game?
Well, I have two thoughts on the Cardinals. First, they're going to lose this week bad to the Eagles. They're not going to cover that 14.5-point spread, even though it's a bit of a stretch, and the spread is very big for this time of the year. My second thought is Jake Plummer has no right to be in the National Football League. He's a bad NFL quarterback, and it's about time this area stops babying him and starts really criticizing, and the fans take that starting position away from him. I'm sorry, he's an ASU guy, but I had to say it.
Well, Bob, I just want to say that you don't hide your feelings, and that's okay. But I would just personally like to say congratulations to the ASU football team for winning their game this weekend. And I like to say, I went to the game, I saw the game. I would like to say my favorite play was when Jeff Cron passed the ball, it got intercepted, and then fumbled, and then Ryan Denard picked it up again and got a touchdown. That was great, guys.
A definite wacky play you won't see every week. But I do have to say, since there's no Devils this week, my prediction is for the game, ASU 38, Louisiana Lafayette only 14. ASU will dominate this game on the defensive and offensive side of the ball. They're struggling defensively, but offensively, it's time to get it turned around and stick it to Louisiana Lafayette.
I think it's going to be a great game. Now, Bob, what are you going to be for Halloween since that holiday's coming up?
Well, if you saw my package, I'm going as myself. Is there anything better looking than Bob DeNennis on Halloween?
I don't know about that one.
What are you going as?
I'm at a toss-up. Why don't you pick for me? I'm either going to go as a ladybug or a princess, because I like both.
I like prostitute. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, maybe if I go down to Van Buren or something, I don't know. Maybe I could ask them where they shop for their clothes. Who knows?
Oh, no.
But, you know, ditto to you, Bob. It's been a great time anchoring. And you know what? Thanks to all you ASU viewers for watching, too.
And thanks to that Stone guy dancing for us. That will go down as the all-time greatest package on Hindsight. For Mary Beth Brush, I'm Bob DeNennis. You have a nice weekend. And it's been great on Hindsight 2020.
See you next time.